with this guy, same way I removed the other ones that were in there to begin with, because I actually have to have this guy in between. So I'm going to start doing everything correct, step by step here. Let's get this guy greased up. Just want him covered in a little bit of grease here, and I want grease on the inside, enough that I'm pushing grease through, and I want grease on both ends, and I want the body of it covered in grease. I don't want heavy grease, but I want a grease film over the whole thing. Doesn't need to be huge. And then to get this through, I'm gonna plunge it through like that. It's all over the head of this guy. No big deal. Everything on this part can be grease. Okay, then it actually goes in up the back, up the butt like this. And then the next part is this, goes on, then the bearing. Still seems like that's not right, like don't know why that feels not correct. Is that it? That is it. Okay. So now if I take it out, keep it centered. Don't let it fall out wrong, because then you're fucked. So don't let it fall out. Next is these sets of seals. 2 sets of seals. This is crazy. This is crazy to me. That guy goes in the ass. Bearing, spacer, bearing, the 2 seals and the 2 guys, and that guy, it goes in it. So, all right. Not too bad. This is 3 seals of one kind, O-rings, and 2 seals of another kind. So let's check out these O-rings. Get them in my greasy fingers with some grease on, grease all over them, grease about some, grease them out, grease them up. And this guy goes in the back, and he has a seal and gets almost packed all the way with grease. So cleaning it now is not going to be the thing. He's going to be basically packed with grease. He goes and hides inside of there. You can barely see it. The back here. This is the front. The water comes in, goes out that way. suck it in, send it out. And the next thing is these seals. This is a little guy. The little guy, if you can see here, goes in. Get a little more aerial view. Little guy goes in here. So what I'm doing is I'm rebuilding the part that sends the water out. It grabs the water from a hole here on the bottom of a jet ski, and the motor spins this and then sends the water out through this, which you can send left or right directions to steer. So it's called the pump. It's an impeller pump. And the bearings all broke apart, which stabilized this pole, which keep half of this stabilized so it doesn't wobble around. And it needs to be stabilized from both sides, the drive side and the opposite end of it, so it doesn't wobble around. So what I'm getting now is an O-ring down this shaft of this stabilizing spline. And this is the pump housing. So that's the first spot where one of these is supposed to go, and I'm supposed to get the other O-ring deeper down. Try to get this down. It's very greasy. Very hard to do. There you go. I think I got it. I think I got it, so it will. Gotta stretch the rubber. The whole O-ring to get the whole thing. Yep, there we go. So that's on this ridge, second ridge. If you could see on this map here, there's a map and it shows you multiple ridges. I'm going to put another O-ring, greased, not this old O-ring, greased O-ring in. And yeah, that one goes on the first spot. That was a little easier to get to, that we don't have to get out of. Just get it in there and be done. Past these threads. There we go. Now those two seals are on the shaft, if you can see that, but they are those two seals. And then the next thing is like a dummy right here. Goes over. I hope this guy doesn't tear up any seals. This guy's not in the best condition. There you go. Goes over. There we go. Goes over those seals like that. But first, we got to do these. I keep forgetting steps. Hope this doesn't do anything bad. I'll just take the seal off if I can. This will come off a lot easier. I'll put the seal back on. So take the seal off. This part comes off easier. Seal back on. I forget that there's two large seals. I feel like these seals, before I feel like an idiot, I feel like these seals can go over that piece, but I didn't want it to not be able to. Let's check those out. Where they go again. Okay, those seals are where they belong. And this guy, as it goes there, I think this, yes, these do fit pretty tight. It would have been fine. These go on this direction. And I'm going to get grease in them. Not even sure you're supposed to. I don't care. I'm doing it. I feel like you are supposed to fill them. This way. that. I use something like that to grab it. Okay. So it's going on here, very close to being in anyways. So I'm gonna do, because the way this dimensions of this is, I'm gonna put this one on first, like I thought was wrong. Then this guy. Hard to get in. Do this guy very lightly. Who designed this? Okay, so all that's left now is the one single last part. Here we go. To be honest, I'm gonna put a little bit of grease on that because of those, both of these, that. One was missing. This guy. Probably spinning back here now. Yep. Hold it. There we go. It's tight. Goes past the rubber. Goes right out of the rubber. Nothing's touching. Nothing's touching. This is what the shaft, drive shaft looks like. Oh. Not too loud. Here. Tight. Remove. 1/8 of a turn or 1/4 turn. On. Over here. And double check. This guy's on tight. There you go. Got a nice snug. Give it a snug. Doesn't have to be. It's gonna get wrenched on by the engine, but give it a snug. And that leaves us with the last major part, which is back here. Alright guys, here's the last major part. Enough to make you a little nervous. Clean this up a little bit. So, hit it with some acetone. And one of these. So that's how that works. It's locked in, it's tight. It's nice, it's right. There's one more thing I add right here. This guy. Holding on to this guy for a while. Keep the wrapper. Look for the part later. But this guy goes here. There we go. And that's it. Let's get a little bit of grease on it. So I like it greased. Well, it's a pretty good dry fit, but greased is better. Because it repels the water. That's what we're all about out here. Greasy. And I want grease on my splines. I want to get some on there. I don't want my splines grease free, I'll tell you that. Jab it, chunk in there like that. All around here, on that, and on the inside. There we go. It feels like it's in there better. It's a crazy thing. It feels more removable, but at the same time, less like water could go around it. Like it feels on it. Now my gap is a little bit bigger than it used to be. Hey, that's still gonna fucking be sick if it's working. That's all we needed to do. Now, next, fill this guy with grease and plug it in there. I'm gonna get that with this guy. Oh, get those out of there. What am I doing? I'm putting grease in here. I'm telling you, I'm putting grease into the whole thing. Grease. pretty weird anomaly in the bottom of this grease that's been, like I said, shop grease for years, is that it was put into this can but never fully put to the bottom of the can, and I just grabbed a chunk out, revealing a totally clean, ungreasy bottom of the can. It's very bizarre to my mind that it's not been dropped down ever too hard. That's crazy to me. It's got me some grease. Grease. Full on. All right, put a little Loctite on both those. Those are size 10 millimeter. And I'm grabbing that now. 10 millimeter. There we go. Give it a hand. Tighten. And a cinch. Okay. Next is this guy. Grease can be in here. This isn't really sealing for bearings. This is just having a nice non corroding material form on the other one on the other. Cooling is on this side, steering is on this side. This is the bottom, this is the top. It mounts up, water rushes up in, goes and shoots out the back of the jet ski, and the steering cable attaches here and pulls this left and right. 4 more 10mm hex bolts. Line them up here and then give them a little fun. Coating, a little bit each. Drop 1/2 each. See, about that much. Each one. Put it in there. You might think that, oh, when it touches something, take it off, but most of it actually stays on and drags into the threads. If you go in, just gotta put it in without rubbing it in first. So yeah, it does sort of just rub right into the threads. I mean, look, it's all the way up to the top threads on this one. Come on. Get them all started so they feel by hand correct. I'm not doing it wrong. This material starts to feel tight. It's been 15 years since it was new. Yep, it feels good. My hands are greasy as shit right now. Okay, so I'm gonna get my power tool for this because fuck it. Close. One, 2, 3, 4. Tight. Whole thing's heavy feeling. There we go. That is a pump assembly reassembled. Now it needs to just be reinstalled into the jet ski, which is the next step. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. That's where it's going. There for now. Okay. Drive shaft is seated in all the way, and it is. Just want to make sure, and I can have to be able to reach in here and reseat it if it's not. Just yard debris off my ship. Cat scratches. It's from recent. That's from recent. Just happened. Fucking cat. Assholes. Asshole cats. Shit right there. Stop. How's it look? grease on this. Got some of the new grease on that. And then silicone here, here. Okay. Silicone on these spots for sure. These. The pump definitely needs silicone on it. So the next step is this, opening this guy up. Using air to blow off a tool I don't use very much. It's common practice, right? Okay. This tool here is going to do everything I need. Should do everything I need. There should be a way to cut the tip. Right here. Right? Can't see right there. That goes through and slices in this hole. So I can do like that. See that? Slices in the hole. Then over here, I have this guy here. Comes out of this area. And I use it to, down here there's a film. I use that to break that film. So the material can go through. You get a little on the end, but it doesn't matter. You can smell it. Has a vinegar smell. Get this in here. Like that. There we go. You can see it coming through. I want to get some paper towels ready. Perfect. And those go in with these 4 large lags, and I got this tool for it right here. Boom. Big old chunky Allens. Where I'll go around, and you're gonna want to put silicone on this guy here. Here. Bring you guys in closer to see that, because why not? Okay, I just shoved it on in. So what should be happening is the drive shaft is actually holding the whole thing up, but I gotta apply the glue I want to these. The glue. I want to put it on the spot that's going. Just put it right on. Oh, I'll put them on these. So I'll put it on one and insert it. Don't want that. No. That's not where that goes. That's not good. Because you need to use that tool, bro. And this should be way down here. Not up there. Grease. You need grease to get that down. Not this. Look at that. You need grease. Where's the greasy end of the rag? Fuck. So there's a greasy end of the rag. I don't see it. All right, got two more. I put this on here so stuff doesn't get in to the hole, that's all. Because these can lead to the hole. These are hole fucking guys. See? Got it. One more. Squeeze it easy. Keep it easy. Screws on, screws off. Oh, what? That's funny. Trying to get poked finger. Hey guys. Alright, let's see here. Next step is this set of plates. Woo! This grease, my dad used it when I was a kid. It was in the bottom of his thing. He had like 4 of them. He used them one time. Then I've brought it to 3 different houses. It's been in my toolbox. Today I got to a point where I dug through and I revealed the bottom where there hasn't even been grease ever placed. It was put in there but never all the way pressed to the bottom, and then never slammed hard enough to ever go to the bottom. Isn't that weird? It was like an air bubble in there. What? Air bubble? But you know, the air itself was keeping it from, you know, it was sealed in there. It's a bubble. You can see the pink a little bit. Hose clamp, what you call me. Another bit for this. Totally thought I just saw a dead rat, but it was a toy. Oh, wrong one. Idiot. Have fun doing that. Twice. get a screw and put it in there. Okay, last set of things to attach. All over. Screw these up tight. Time. Let's do this guy first. Three more. Just needs more. Don't need it yet. I need this one. And torque. Nice. And torque spot. And now it's the ride plate. Last thing. Oh god. Big old wet spot. Ride plate. Very last thing. For the same screws. Two loose That's what I wanted to do. Put my jet ski back together. So, fun part's just about to happen. I'm gonna try and start it. See if it runs. Pretty sure it does. Because it ran last week. So, here we go. Let's see. Is it gonna run? Seems to work. Nice. Sounds better than it has in quite a while. These jet skis weigh about 370 pounds, 369.4 to be exact. This year, make, and model, as described by manufacturer. But that being said, they hold about 4.4 gallons of gas, which is about 38 gallons. So roughly, they come in at 400 pounds full of gas. Their predecessors were probably about 300 pounds with 340 in gas. Yep.
I got a jury duty summons too.
Yeah. Did you figure that out?
Yeah, I called my sister and I had her send me a picture of the original sheet, and I realized it says my date is like September 2nd.
Yeah.
So it's pretty far out.
Yeah. And then they just give you a place to be and you can sit there. They train you and ask questions, and then if you're like if there's like 40 people in the room, they're gonna pick like 6 or 12. So they maybe go through, they maybe even ask questions of like, they don't even get to you. They're not getting at it. Like you're like in the back half of the room, never even paying attention. You can still sit in the front, in the back half of the room.
I wouldn't mind not having to do work, but
You know what's really cool? Is it teaches you all about bias, but in the worst way. That it almost makes you create a bias.
Yeah.
It's fun.
like super making a point about it.
It's like yeah. Like like let's pull out all of your stereotype right now and refresh you in case you forgot that they really do exist, and just use them to discuss why you shouldn't be biased.
Yeah.
What? And then it says, and then it tries to say this: you don't even know it, but you're racist. You're unconsciously racist. So do the opposite of that. Right when you're here, make sure you never are unconsciously. You're like, how am I going to make sure if it's unconscious? This is an unaddressable issue. We're wasting time. Try and think about the thing you can't think about. And that if you are thinking about it, it's conscious bias. Try to capture the unconscious one that you can't think about. What is that? Oh yeah, Julie has time. Kids doing Oh, next, grab that before it falls in my car. A set that's equal to the 2 we have online. All the stuff's in bags, but if they make it different, you're just selling me 8 bags on top of it. So you
gotta get put together. But that same kind of size set, no rubber bands, third of the amount of wheels, $200 on eBay. So if I just want to like up my pieces, not even my wheels, so we can make more cars with the wheels we have, we're talking like 130 to 200 bucks on eBay. Those were like $29 and $30 sets, which, by the way, they don't make them anymore. Well, let's start it right up.
Oh, is it starting?
Yeah, it started right up.
Oh, nice.
Seemed fine. I didn't hear anything weird.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't, but I did originally. Yeah, see, not much. It's okay.
Yeah.
Mostly just that.
Yeah.
The rest you barely see it.
Like, what green you can?
Yeah, the green, I've been wanting that for a long time. But in the end, I'm like, yeah, that little green lip. So just a gray piece of metal.
Yep.
Now the funny part is, one time I was driving. I'm driving. It's over here when you're coming out 152nd.
Yeah.
And instead of going, I was gonna go straight to the park.
Yeah.
Especially when it's going right. And one of the guys going right as I'm going around decided to not go right and go straight. But he just like tips his car out, right?
Yeah.
And his whole car out as I'm passing at like 30, and I can't do anything about it. And this is sticking out on the side of my car, right?
Yeah.
And he puts his car, and this drags across the entire length of this just finished, fixed, lowered truck. And him and his buddy chased me through the streets. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving you any info for that. I'm not paying a dime. Nothing is. No, they're gonna assess me 25% accountable or anything. I'm not doing it. I ran away from those fucking teenagers that caused that. Sorry, you can bond. You got 19. You're 19 years old. You got plenty of energy. Spend the next 6 hours bonding me. I don't care. Fuck it.
Yeah, that was their
Yeah, it was. And they were not coming out of the car like, oh, hey, man, you got your shit. They're like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, oh, no, I'm out of here. And I went to the Home Depot twice. For the first time, I was almost got in the way, but I was like, nah. So I went the same exact way, just around the whole thing again. But because their cars were lowered, I was like, I'm losing them this time. And I went full speed over every speed bump. My jet ski on the back. No, didn't see him. And then I immediately went got a joint, and then went and sat there and smoked an entire joint before I just still wasn't relaxed before I went to jet ski. Came off the jet ski relaxed.
I'll be back before my mom is.
Oh, well, you'll be back maybe while you're here and get it all.
Yep. Sounds good.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pick up the.
Oh, cool. You guys going both going back here?
Yeah, probably at some point. We're probably going to hang out for a little bit. So I might be back. We'll see.
Yeah. There you go. That is the repair of a damn jet ski. Sweet.